You may already be aware that one of the most satisfying things to do in Monster Hunter is to hit those massive chonky damage numbers when you get a wake up hit on a monster. And the thing is, in Sunbreak there's a bunch of new silkbinds and moves that give us as a hunter way more sleep wake up options than before. And some of them actually vastly outperform the old wake up options as well. So in this video we're going to cover some weapons with new wake up options in Sunbreak, but if you have any that aren't featured in this video, then let us know in the comments down below and we'll do a follow-up video going over it. So make sure to show support to the video by clicking like down below and subscribing for all the other Sunbreak guides on the channel that we already have for you guys. Put in the comments down below if you've ever genuinely missed a massive wake up hit, because only cultured hunters can admit to their mistakes when they miss those meaty chops. After all, it's by failing that we learn to succeed. So let's start off with one of the first rules to do with wake up attacks. Of course, it's making sure that you bring barrel bombs. So make sure that you have both barrel bombs and mega barrel bombs in your item loadout so that you can get that additional damage when you do the wake up attack. A second rule of the etiquette in multiplayer is to let the player with the most damaging weapon do the wake up attack. This way you get to deal the most damage to the monster when it wakes up. So if they have a Greatsword or maybe a longsword with its new move that we'll cover later, or even a switch axe now with its counter move, might take priority here. So let's go over the new switch axe counter move and how it can work for wake up attacks, because it's absolutely fantastic. Of course, the switch axe has the amazing new elemental burst counter switch move, but one thing that's super awesome about it is that it's a new wake up attack option that not only deals a ton of damage, but will also leave the switch axe user in the full amped state, which is very important for maximizing their damage in their follow-up combos to the monster. This one is super simple to pull off, but does require some positioning. My advice, having played a lot of switch axe recently, is to place one mega barrel bomb close to the target monster and preferably near the head. Then move your character inside or as close to the bomb as possible, execute the new switch axe elemental burst counter silkbind attack, and attack the monster, which will trigger the barrel bomb to explode, dealing damage to you, and then the attack of the counter will hit the monster, which triggers the state of the counter of both being hit by the monster and damaging a monster. So the key to getting the elemental burst counter switch axe wake up hit consistently is by placing the mega barrel bomb down by the sleeping monster. Without moving, draw your switch axe without directional input, otherwise you'll do an attack. Once drawn without attacking, enter the elemental burst counter state and pull the trigger while directionally inputting towards the monster through the mega barrel bomb. This should get you the elemental burst counter wake up, which is fantastic for switch axe users because it will give them their full amped state, which is great for then going ham and DPSing the monster. Next we have the insane power of the sacred sheath on the longsword. I'm sure you've seen this one already, and it's relatively simple but very easy to whiff. So for this one you need to focus on your positioning, and to make it easier for yourself, you can use the distance of one roll and step away from the average distance to the final lineup hit of the Sacred Sheath combo. Also, if you don't have a full red spirit gauge, then you can instead use the tempered spirit blade counter on one of your switch scrolls that you can use in conjunction with a timed barrel bomb to proc the counter and level up your gauge. Then next up is the Greatsword with their new strong arm stance silkbind attack. This gives them even more damage on wake up hits than before, and they can really get some crazy damage numbers with this one, but it is more timing dependent than other methods, so for that reason it can be a little difficult to land if you're new to it. For the positioning, it can be a bit tricky. You want to get as close to the monster as you can, then do a dodge roll away from the monster, and this should give you enough distance to be able to do the full damage. You'll want to place a timed barrel bomb below you, then immediately start charging a slash. Then just before the bomb detonates, hit the strong arm stance counter and release the slash. Then just sit back and watch as you release the ultimate destruction on the monster for this wake up hit for some meaty damage. Greatsword was always king of wake up hits, and while other options are available now, Greatsword can still do it fantastically. And next might be an unexpected one, it's the Hunting Horn. This is the most simple out of the bunch, but the damage rivals even the Greatsword, so everyone needs to put some respect on the Hunting Horn's sleep wake up attacks and just the Hunting Horn in general. It's the ultimate support weapon, and in many cases is very fun to play as well. All you need to do is place the Sonic Bloom Silkbind near the monster, and preferably near some bombs as well to trigger those. The new Sonic Bloom Silkbind on the Hunting Horn is actually really incredible and does some really high damage, so if you are playing Hunting Horn or if you're thinking about it, pick it up, try out this new silkbind, and tell us what you think in the comments down below. Of course, support the video by clicking like while you're down there, and subscribing to the channel for all the other videos that we've already got out for you guys. The videos on the screen now we think you might enjoy. If you like the look of them, give them a click and tell us what you think. But for now they're on the screen if you do want to click them, so have a think about it, but they're always there if you do want to click.